All right, now that we looked at some artwork made by Grandma Moses in those lovely winter scenes, we are going to create our own 3D house log cabin, and then we will create the background, the landscape that goes along with that. So I'm going to draw with marker. You are welcome to draw with pencil first, and then you can always go back over it. So to begin, choose where you want your log cabin, right side, left side, up front. I'll show you one up closer, and then you can do one in the background on your own, changing the size. So just right here, I'm going to start with a square, and then I'm going to put a triangle on top. Pretty simple. Now from the roof, I'm going to make two lines that are parallel. They never touch. This line will match that line. If I cover it up, it's a parallelogram. And then this line straight down and across. If I cover it up, it's a rectangle. So all of a sudden I have my 3D building. Choose which side you want your door. Choose where you want your windows. Use simple shapes that you already know. Decide if you want a chimney. Okay, now I'm going to turn it into a log cabin by drawing horizontal lines across the front, across the side, if I had my pencil, I could draw curved lines at the end to represent logs, like that. I'm going to draw diagonal lines on the roof just to emphasize that this is a three-dimensional drawing. And there you have it. There's my log cabin sitting on an empty blank piece of paper. It looks like it's floating. So let's ground it. Before we ground it, I'm going to make some of my pine trees. I'm going to start with a vertical line and zigzag line down on each side. Obviously, I'm drawing in black. You could use any of the colors out of your art basket. Make this one a little shorter and smaller because it is up front. We'll put one by the door. All right, speaking of by the door, I'm going to create a pathway. Notice I widened it towards the bottom of the page and skinnier there. And if this is all snowy ground, you could even add some curvy lines. It was this time last year. We had a lot of snow at this time. Now let's create the horizon line. You don't remember what that was? It's where the land meets the sky. Stop at your house, pick up on the other side. All of a sudden, my house is grounded. Needs a little bit more in the background. So I'm going to create maybe my mountain range. The log cabin up in the mountains. Add your snow peaks. So, or maybe you have more hills. You decide what you want to put back there. All right, speaking of back there, I'll add some more trees. Notice I changed the size. Good deal. And if you wanted to have some more tracks, you could. They get skinnier and then they get wider. Possibly you have some footprints in your snow. All right. See, that's more brick and log. There we go. Now the only other thing I'm going to show you is having some fun filling in the sky. I'm going to start with, I'm going to get out my crayons. And we've talked at the beginning of the school year about how you can use crayons to create some shading, and we created new colors by overlapping crayon colors. So on top of that purple, I'm going to add some blue. And I just created a new color. I'm going to let the blue fade down. And on top of that, I'll add some red. Oh, this looks like a rosy red. Red violet. It's all right. Works for me. And I'll drag that down to maybe transition to some pinks. You can see how that overlapping creates your sunset sky, the winter sky that we will be getting soon. I'm going to finish it with yellow. Great. And those are some of the same things you could do on your mountain. You could practice some shading. And obviously color in your log cabin, whatever tools you have, crayons, pencils, have fun detailing. I might even come back and put green over the black. That works. Okay, feel free to add other details, sleds, skiers, whatever that might find you interesting. And keep in mind, this is Grandma Moses style. Can't wait to see what you do.